Hello everybody, Reggie Time here, and in just a moment we're going to be playing some 25 vanilla snap from Triple Eight Poker. This is going to be like the last of the live play videos for a while. Going forward, I want to just make videos where I'm actually in conversation with people, so I am inviting my community to get in touch if you want to take part in some hand review videos with me. I don't care, you could be good, you could be bad, you could be brilliant, you could be absolutely moron. I don't care. All you need is to have some tracking software where we can look at hands you played and review them. I don't want to be reviewing coolers. I don't want to be reviewing bad beats. They're all dull as shit. But I am looking for people to make content with because I'm bored doing it on my own. So if you would like to join me for a chat once a week or occasionally or whatever, um, please do get in touch and I'd be delighted to speak to you and make some videos with you. Even if you're really, really bad at poker or like so good you're going to make me look like an idiot. I don't care. I just want to make videos with other people like I do with Martin. So the invite is out there. You want content? Come and help me make it. Without further ado, let's get stuck in. Actually had some help with a friend last night to get Triple Eight caption software working. It did it mostly because the auto reload nonsense that Triple Eight do for UK players was getting on my tits. But now we have a 2E and a 3E button. Aren't we fucking thoroughly modern? Don't think I've actually used the fucking things yet, but I've got them. Go me. Not C bet in this spot multi-way. I think versus 1/3 we call with our backdoor equity, two overcards, etc. This donk bet is nonsense. We have all kinds of equity. What's this guy donked with before? Do we know? Nope. Just calling for now. He then snap min bets turn. I mean, we're going to raise and we're going to blast rivers, I think. No, we're not because he just folds. I mean, literally no idea what that was. Literally no idea. This dude's opening up with a small blind, 4-3 suited, mandatory defend. And we're going to range bet our sixes. Take it down. We'll see this guy at the river. Barrels turn, quite a high percentage, 71% turn barrel. So we expect to face some heat here at a decent clip. See, when he bets that big, I'm mighty tempted to raise now. Sorry, when he bets that quickly, sorry. And he has that kind of frequency. Yeah, I'm going to raise. Just felt like it's like an auto bet from him, just like autopilot. Yeah, I'm just betting that big. That he has like 71% turn C bet frequency, and he did it so quickly. I'm just not having it. I'm going to go and see who that is on the phone. Might be important, might not be. Fold, fold. Hello? Oh, dear me. It was a local number that I didn't recognise, but I believe scammers are now managing to use local numbers. So we're not calling it fucking back. That's what we're not doing. Why is the reload not working? Just work reload. Gonna give it a chance to kick in. Doesn't always work immediately. I'm getting fucking Discord messages and emails. Just ignoring everything. Everything is being ignored. Reload. Start fucking working, you dick. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Looks like it's not working. Minra's ES King. I'm gonna tag this guy. Yeah, it looks like he could be on the bad aggro side. This guy's definitely getting tagged because he's VPPing a significant percentage of the time. Versus small blind cold call from almost certain whopper, which is going to bet really quite big. He calls, turning the nuts. Oh, effective nuts. Oh, what does 2E look like here? 2E's an overbet. Do we overbet here? I don't know, but fuck it. We're 2Eing. We're 2Eing our fucking tits off. Because why not? No, that's probably a fucking balls up. Probably wasn't the right thing to do there. Probably wasn't right, but whatever. Fun. We 2E'd. We fucking 2E'd it. Get in there. Even though it didn't work because the guy folded when we wanted action. They really shouldn't give me these sort of things when I don't know what I'm fucking doing with them. Because I wouldn't have done that normally. Normally I would just have gone, oh yeah, I'm going to bet big here, but not over bet. 2E maybe bet 150% pot. Which I wouldn't have chosen to do. That was not my choice. Well, it was, because it's what I did. But it wouldn't be my choice in the normal fucking run of things. This guy bet the river twice, lost both times. We have like a club blocker. Do we check raise here? 35-7, he's passive. He gets to the river's entire range. Probably bluffs a lot on rivers, judging by the stats I've got. We're going to have a little bluff. I mean, King High might be good there on the river. We might just be able to call with King High and win. But his stats led me to believe, well, not but, his stats led me to believe he was like limping, then getting to rivers with a lot of his limping range. So he's got like pretty much unfiltered range and whatever he's limping with pre-flop. And then on the river, he just tries to win the pot quite often. So he's going to be betting a lot of his hands. So he might also then be betting some hands that I was beat, but he doesn't know. He's value betting with, if you will. But just have him raise everything, have him fold everything, sorry, or virtually everything. Seem like better than calling and sometimes losing. You what, buddy? 8x? The 8x 3 bet? Okay, you want it? You take it. What is it with these like Eastern European players that just have like, well, maybe not on this occasion actually. But like some Eastern European players in this pool, and they just have like British based names. There's someone called John Jones or Jack Jones or something like that, and he's from I think Latvia. And I see it on other sites too, like Eastern European players using British names or English sounding names. I mean, is it really as basic as they think British players are absolutely shit, so they're trying to represent being shit by having an English name? Or is there something more sinister going on? Something less sinister? I don't know. It's 2E and 3 yeah, quite lined up, are they? That's irritating me a little bit. Now, is it too high? I don't know. Wish I hadn't noticed that. Fucking wish I hadn't noticed that. But I have, and now it's going to really annoy me. Gonna get... That's close enough, I think. My tagging system very, um, isn't too detailed. Orange typically means just like either very tight reg or like super tight fish. And I use the word reg loosely because the reg in terms of they play every day, but they're not particularly good in my opinion. Green is just flat out fish. Light blue is absolute fucking whopper. And if you see any like purpley, pinky type colours, that means I think this we're up against like a player that's a little bit out of line in various spots. Yellow is my tag for good reg. Don't expect to see many yellows. This guy's just like half pot this flop. We have some stuff going on. Don't know him from an hole in the ground, but I think I want to raise here immediately. I want to check call and then have him bet the turn and then like lose a little bit of faith in my hand. He does call very quickly, which leads me to think on this board he's just like very, very, very ace-x dense. We have turned a pair, but I don't think we have showdown value. But I also don't think we're going to get an ace to fold at any point. And with the speed that he called, so we're just going to shut it down. And then he bets that size, and now we can't fold because we have like 3 could be an out, 4 could be an out, 5 could be an out, and his bet's so small that we just have to call. Ace Jack, fair enough. At least our reload kicked in that time. Grateful for small things. This guy checked back the flop, now he's betting turn. I'm just going to believe him. Don't have a good enough reason not to believe him there. We had like 2 overcards to our pocket pair. Not much hope. Oh, that was a good one. King 9, so I'm going to treat it like we've got the button here, because this guy is just such an empty seat, 16/6. It's going to pretend I've got 2 buttons. This guy's now played 4 from 4 hands. So we're going to see at this flop, we're going to use a larger size against someone who could be a weapon. Do I want to double barrel turn? I think we'll double barrel this turn and then just like check down the river. I think more chance of him calling with the worst hand than there is if we check back in bluffing river. He check raises tiny. I'm not willing to fold this to a guy with 100 VPIP. He's just going to show our hand down here. Don't expect to win very often. But I think our hand's just too strong to try and bluff with. And he had King 7 off, so yeah, you can absolutely go in the light blue tag section of my tagging system. This guy probably doesn't need to be light blue, but we'll leave it for now. There'll be a reason why he is for the time being. If his stats continue to be sub 50 VPIP, then eventually he shall be retagged. Rivering a flush. And with the big bet. And winning. Versus Ace 3 offsuit. With 16/7, he's limped in the small blind. He's called our bet. We're not planning on putting too much more money in this pot. Pocket 3s. Here we've been like tiny 3-bet, pocket 6s. Usually in these positions, 6s is going to fall to a 3-bet in my house, but not versus that size. And you're going to win the pot, sir. River in a set. Bet fold our hand. Turning a full house here. Bet turn. Sadly, snap folds. King 9 suited. Do I want to squeeze here? Not with this guy in the pot. If he had 100 big blinds, then I would, but Not versus that stack depth. Don't really want to call with king 9 suited on the button either. Maybe we could. Maybe we could. Maybe we should. I'm going to use ace jack offsuit to 4-bet here. Did I say ace jack suited? If I did, I meant ace jack offsuit. Get called. Not in love with the flop, but we're going to see bet anyway. And win. Ace 8 offsuit versus someone opening 30%. I mean, it's pre-fires all over the place over this sample. So we're not going to read anything into it. With no real good barrel cards here, out of position to someone who looks like they're a little bit active. We're just going to not block the pot. We're just going to check fold. Just have better hands to continue with there. I don't know what I'm waiting for here with the 6-9. I'm never going to VPip it. I don't know why I was waiting so long. 3-bet the ace-10 in position. That's a flop, isn't it? That's a flop we can work with. Churning the absolute nuts. Can we 2E it? Let's 2E. Let's click the 2E button. 2E. Fuck off. Keep making them fold. 2E keeps making people fold. And I don't like that when I've got the nuts. I'm happy with that one. I think we want to have like a lot of large bets on that turn when we're double barreling. So I'm not bothered about that one. Getting the fold. Maybe we should just 3 the flop. Wouldn't that be exciting? Wouldn't that be exciting? Just 3 in the flop. 9-7 off. This guy's active as fuck, but it's 9-7 off, isn't it? Really, he's quite active, this dude, isn't he? From his unspecified location. Ace Jack. Easy 3-bet versus button. Even versus a very obvious nit. was wary about tagging people as green in the middle of a hand with him when I'm recording, because he might end up making me look stupid doing it anyway. Start with a check here with that ace high. Villain immediately checks back, which could mean a lot of things. We don't know anything about him. Could mean he's just got a rubbish hand and doesn't ever bluff. Could mean he's got a showdown value. No idea. He then bets pretty big on the turn. We just got ace high. We are out. We are betting the ace queen off. It's going to triple here, but not for like huge sizes, because big blind does have quite a few flushes in range. And we're not going to bet this river. I think we probably just lose to a small flush quite often, but I don't expect 58-13 to fold small flushes either. We maybe would have got some value from ace two, so maybe he would have finally found the fold. Who knows? But just a bad run out for us to triple on versus a high VPIP opponent. Although I absolutely would have bluffed there if I didn't have an ace, so maybe it's a bet. I don't think it is so. 7-6 offsuit, miserable holding, but we are in position against a blue tag player who so far looks particularly active. We might do some bluffing at some point in this hand. Not yet though. This guy's just 6x'd. We have 2 10s. What the fuck? 56/12. Dunno. Call, I guess. Bluff raise here with our absolute nothing ball. No idea what I'm doing with these 10s, by the way. Literally no fucking clue. This guy snap calls. Checks again. I mean, we just have to bluff because we've got 7 high. And he can have some, like, worse draws. Sorry, some draws that I'll just have us beat. Not super hopeful this is going to work, but we're going to do it anyway. Calling here, not knowing what's going on really. Happy to check back the river. We lose to ace queen there. Big deal. Beat pocket 7s here. No idea what to do when a 56 throws 6x's. Don't want to reopen the betting, but it's pocket 10s. I don't want to fold it. It's a weird spot. And we get a tomato thrown at us by this dude. Again, we're going to pretend we've got 2 buttons here because of the presence of this guy on the actual button. He does call this time. Gonna see bet, although I'm not in love with it because the guy is really fucking tight, and he might just be flatting all kinds of like ace x, king queen, etc. That should probably 3-bet in this setup. Once he calls, I'm completely giving up. We don't try and bluff these people very often. We are squeezing up the ace queen off on the button versus 3 limps. That's it. We're just giving up this. I think it's just too likely this guy is weak enough to just flat like some strong ace x, queen x, etc. Just not interested in blowing the pot against him. I mean, he actually had king jack, which is unfortunate because he gets to win the pot with king jack high, but never mind. Interesting spot here. We ISO'd to 7x and we still got 3 callers and we flop top pair. So if we're beat, bye bye stack, I guess. Guess it's just bye bye stack. If someone's got a better hand than ace queen here, then they get to win the fucking lot. Maybe not anymore on the king. I don't know. This is a fucking weird spot. This is so weird. fold, and then the guy behind didn't call it. That is just strange. But I think like the chances of that guy bluffing in that spot, that multi-way is it's a low chance. It's a low frequency bluff if he is doing it. It's going to be just pretty fucking merged there, I imagine. Just have like, well, not merged. Merged is the wrong word. Don't use the wrong word, Rich. Don't think he's going to have many bluffs, and he's just going to have like value hand sets. God knows what King X, but maybe some King High flush draws that peeled. I think he's going to have like typically better hands than second pair for the most part. Maybe if we're closing the action, we just flick it in and say, yeah, whatever, we're ahead of your draws, etc. But not closing the action against some guy who cold called the ISO, then called the flop C bet with multiple people behind. I think we just have to get out of the pot. Did we open this pre? We did, and I didn't fucking see bet. Rage. Concentrate when you're fucking talking about something else. Nothing we can do versus big size, or nothing I'm willing to do versus that big size. Maybe there is something we can do, but there's nothing I'm willing to do. Queen 10 suited from the big blind. Versus 100 big blind stacks, I would sometimes 3-bet this versus this stack, but just going to call all the time. I'm just going to call all the time. We've already gone past the half-hour mark, so let's sit out and get ready for the next video. This guy checks back the A-side board. I don't trust this guy. He's snap checking back though, isn't he? Which means he's got no intention of betting. See like a little bit of 2x pot. Oh, he hasn't snap folded. Oh, he did fold though. That's okay then. So yeah, that's the end of that video. There's going to be 2 more exactly like this. And I hope you guys enjoyed them all. As for now, fuck the Tories, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.